So you can see the paint really glistens. Once it's clean, it really glistens, doesn't it? Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, and today's video is going to be so exciting. So guys, we've been waiting for this for almost a whole year and a half, at least, maybe even longer. But finally the Model Y is ready for order in the UK. So I've been keeping an eye on that site for such a long time. And on the Tesla site, it just has been saying coming soon, and it hasn't let you order. But now you can pre-order it. So we're going to go through that. We're going to go through that, see what it's like, and give you all of the different options, and maybe we'll order it. Let's see. But guys, before we do that, we got the charge on. We had about 180 miles. And when I looked just a second ago, we're up to 260. So that's fantastic. There's a few things going on today. The missus has a wedding to go to, like a sort of pre-party, so she needs to travel up quite a bit of a distance. So I've got it already charged up. We're going to now go and clean the car, so we're going to wash it and show you that. So we'll go for a bit of a drive, and then we're going to talk more about the Model Y. But guys, as you know, with all the petrol crisis here, if this was if this is a time to change to EV, I don't know what is. As you've been seeing, there's been such a crisis here in the UK around fuel and the delivery of fuel. So it's been very convenient to have a home charge here. So guys, I hope that sort of starts to get you thinking about EV. The network infrastructure, as we've talked about in lots of our videos, is really improving. It's really becoming a great option, and to be able to just charge it overnight and have a full charge the next morning, no queues, no worrying about whether you're going to be able to get fuel. I know a lot of people have been really panicking about whether they'll have enough fuel to go and do their errands, or if they've got to see loved ones and our caregivers, and all sorts of scenarios where you really needed fuel. So guys, there's a big thumbs up for electric, because it has been convenient to do it from home, and then also we've been able to go to different parts and just charge it. So guys, we're going to wash the car, and then we're going to tell you a little bit more about the Model Y. Really rainy here, so it's sort of it's got grime everywhere, so it's horrible. It may still rain today because it just has been, but anyway, I can't leave it like that. So we're going to wash it, and let's see how it goes. So guys, while we get the car washed, this is going to be a really exciting episode, Gulleen, because we saw the introduction, as we said, of the Model Y here in the UK, and I think it came out in Europe maybe just a few weeks ago. So we're now able to pre-order it, and the great news is that it's going to be available in the first quarter of next year. So any orders at the moment are saying early 2022. That is fantastic news. As you probably saw, we ordered the Model X because we love this Model 3. It's been absolutely a blast, but it is, for a family, it's a little bit cramped at the back, and the luggage, we've got to be really streamlined in the way we pack the car. So I think we're missing a 4x4. We had that before. Just have that extra space in the boot, in which we're sort of more got a hatchback style, in which you've got a lot more height in the boot to get things in. It's much deeper, longer. The car is wider, so we'll go through some of those stats in a minute. So it's just going to give us that little bit more room, which we're looking for. So we're going to have a look at it and just see whether it's practical for us to order it. So we're going to take you through that experience, and hopefully you guys find this useful. All clean?
Yeah, it's
Looking
clean.
good?
Yeah, really clean.
Okay guys, so before we go through the Model Y and going through some of the features and going to the website, I just want to take you back to a bit of a drive we went to. We went to a restaurant quite local, so it was a bit of a drive, so I thought I'd share that with you and a bit of that experience. And also again, we went to our local place for a bit of tennis. So guys, I hope you guys just enjoyed that clip, and we'll be back in a second and we'll go through the Model Y. So we're going for a spot of lunch. If we can get through this traffic, we're already a couple of minutes late.
Yeah,
that's the way we roll.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much we're going to be able to run around and play after a heavy lunch, but girls, you can have a go.
Yeah.
We may have a bit of a break, a bit of a rest before we start running around. Cheers.
We finished with our story, read it. Okay, it's really crazy.
So what we did was
Yeah, basically we wrote a paragraph-ish each, and then we folded it, and then the next person wrote it, so we didn't know what
the other
person wrote. Okay, ready?
Okay, so let's check out the Model Y. So guys, you can see I'm on the website. It's all changed now. It says order now, which it didn't used to. For all of these months that we've been waiting, it's sort of just given us some information and some specs, but it hasn't let us order it. And I know you guys in the States, you've had it for quite a few years now. So finally in Europe and UK, we can now order it. So let's look at the ordering process now. So guys, as you know, the Model 3 has been fantastic for us. We've really enjoyed it. But the thing is, I think, with the 3 kids and the baby seat, it's a little bit tight, as you've seen from our road trips. We make it work, but it can be a bit cramped. So really, ideally, if you're a family of 1 or 2 kids, I think you're going to be okay with the Model 3. It's going to be absolutely fine. There's loads of boot space that you can try and manage as well. But the threshold is like when you've got 3 kids and you've got a baby seat in there, then you really got to think about it, because then it sort of really gets cramped. So one of the things that you know, you should just think about. So that's why we're looking, as you saw in our videos, we've sort of put an order in for the Model X. That isn't coming until the end of next year, so big delay. We hadn't had any Model X or S's available for us to order. COVID, and then obviously the new models are coming out, so you saw that we have tried to pre-order that one, but hopefully this might be an option for us. The Model Y, it's a little bit longer, it's a little bit wider, and it's a little bit higher, so you are really going to get the effect of a 4x4, which I think will be really good for us. And those sort of 2 or 3 inches on either side, I think, is really going to make a difference. Some of the other practical things is that this is now based on an aluminium chassis. So what does that mean for the likes of you and me? Well, basically, you're just going to get a better ride. It's going to be a lot more rigid, a little bit lighter to having that type of chassis versus the steel chassis you get in the Model 3. So I think that's going to be really useful, and I believe they've used some special casting techniques as well, so there's a lot less parts in the chassis, so it should be a lot firmer, more rigid drive. So that's going to be an absolute bonus. And you'll see, there's going to be a little bit more boot space. It's more like a hatchback, so that you don't get that sort of restriction in a saloon setup. You have a lot more sort of height to get your things into the back. So that, with a little bit here and there of extra space, I think could make quite a bit of difference. So let's have a look. Here we go. So we're at the ordering process. So guys, slightly less miles, if you can see here, 315 miles. I think with 340, 360, something like that in the Model 3, it was a little bit more than this, and we really enjoyed that extra comfort of the miles. But 315 is not bad. Great performance with this as well. All the reviews I've seen, this thing is rapid and it handles really well. But I think I'm going to do something slightly different here, and the long range would be, I think, the ideal for most of us. But I think, to support you guys watching some of the content as well, and me having more sporty cars in the past, I think I'm gonna pay a little bit extra and opt for the performance. So let's see what that looks like. So it is a little bit dearer for sure, but with the performance upgrade, you get the increase in speed, which really, to be honest with you, in the UK it doesn't really matter because we can't get anywhere near those speeds. The thing that really sort of gets me is the extra sized wheels. So we get the 21-inch Uber turbine wheels. They look really, really nice. Now the thing is, listen, if you're in it for just sort of practicality, getting the most miles, then this isn't going to be the one for you. I mean, the bigger wheels that you get, the less efficient it's going to be. So if you're really conscious about optimizing the amount of miles you get on your battery charge, then you probably want to stay away from these bigger wheels and go for the stock. I believe the long range, the stock are 19s and 20s. So keep that in mind. But I'm a little bit more flexible around that. I don't mind losing a little bit miles here and there. So I lose about 17 miles here if I opt for the performance with the 21. This performance brakes, of course, it's a little bit faster, of course. So you need that stopping power. The 0 to 60, 3.5 seconds is rapid. That acceleration is going to be crazy. So maybe we can test that out together on some of the future videos once I get it. Lower suspension. Now the thing is, I'm not so keen on the suspension being lowered per se, because with these 4x4s you just want a little bit more clearance, and as I said, it's higher than the Model 3. But this is probably important for the performance to have a little bit more of a rigid lower suspension, so that should be okay. Aluminium pedals, a bit of a nicer look. I'm not too fussed about that. Okay, so let's go to the paint. Let's have a look. So guys, what do you think about the black? I know I've seen a few Model 3s recently in black, and it's not been my sort of favorite color, but I think it looks okay. It looks nice. But still, I think in the Model Y, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I probably wouldn't opt for that. We've got the silver. Silver's quite nice as well. I think in the Model Y long range with the 19 or 20 inch wheels, the grey looks quite nice, the silver metallic. But I don't think I would opt for this color in the performance. Blue looks amazing. I am a bit of a sucker for this blue. I do like it. And thank you so much for all of your comments, guys. I know there's been, I've been getting a lot of questions and things, so I'll try and address some of those today. But I know somebody that I've been talking to is getting a Model 3 in this blue with the white interior and the upgraded wheels. So I can't wait to hear more about their order. They're going to get it soon in November. So it's a nice color. I like the blue with the contrast. It'll probably look quite nice. The red, it's okay. I mean, you know, I think it looks better in the Model 3 than it does in the Y, but still I think some people really like this color. It's got a nice sheen to it for sure. So it is nice, and again, I'm probably not bold enough to go for that at this point, but listen, I'm just a sucker for the white. I think it looks amazing. That pearl white finish, as you saw, once we clean the car and you see the pearl finish, is beautiful. And I really like the white with the white interior look. And you know, you'd think you'd want a contrast, but actually that works really well in this car. So we're gonna go for white again. No need to choose the wheels in this instance, but look, Tesla make it so easy. You're practically choosing paint, choosing the interior color, and maybe the wheel you want, and that's it. It's so simple, isn't it? The tow hitch, this might be important for some of you. You order that afterwards, so I think that's after delivery. Let's look at the interior. So listen, the black, people like this black. I'm not so keen on this brown finish, to be honest. The stripper, some people really like that, and some have actually put comments that they would like that with the white. I don't know about that. So I don't know. I would have preferred maybe if it was a piano finish or something, maybe it'd look a little bit more elegant. But I just like the white. So listen, it's a clean look. And guys, as you've seen from my videos, with the kids, the white's actually been fine. These vegan seats are really practical, wipe really easily, much more rigid than leather will ever be. And it works okay with the kids. So if you're a bit nervous about that, don't be, because really, if you like the look of the white and you want to sort of boldly go for it, then go for it. Really, we have seen no issues with that. So we like this finish. Seat layout in the UK, and I assume in Europe as well, we have the 5 seating layout. There is a 7-seater option in the US, and it will probably come here a little bit later. But the thing with the 7-seater is, remember, they're going to be really like child seats. They're not going to be practical seats from what I've seen for adults to really use. So I'd keep that in mind. So even if it was available, I think I would probably still go for the 5-seater. All right, so let's have a look at the other options. Just before we go through that, we are definitely going to get a lot more boot space with this. So if that is another consideration, if you're used to 4x4s and the fact that you get a big opening, you could fold the seats down. They're electric, which is really useful. You can press the switch from the back and the seats lie down flat. So if you're carrying things, or if you like me, like to sort of do a bigger trip to Costco and stock up on some bulk purchases, this is a little bit more practical than maybe the 3 would be. But anyway, let's go into this enhanced autopilot. So guys, I'm not so sure whether it's still there. I would really like to try the autopilot, to be honest with you, because I use the standard autopilot quite a lot, as you've probably seen also in the videos. But the thing is, when you got to change lane, you got to sort of manually override it and then sort of get back and trigger it again. So maybe the auto lane changing, I think that for me would be quite nice. The summon, I don't know, our roads are quite tight. I don't know how practical that would be, but it might be cool and fun to have it. So it's something I'm considering. The other thing to consider, guys, is if you're in 2 minds, you're better to get it with your order, because the thing is, this will, if you're getting it on the PCP, then it will just roll into the value of the car, and it will just sort of be absorbed in there, and it'll just be slightly higher monthly. But that might be better for you than paying the 3,400 enhancement afterwards, in cash that you'd have to get. So again, I'm in two minds about that. At the moment, if you see, it's mid 2022. I did pre-purchase this when it came out about a week and a bit ago, and I got early 2022. So it's already changed. See, the demand is quite high. So I've still got some time to adjust this. So I'm going to think about that, and I might consider adding that on. The full self-driving, to be honest with you, unless you're really keen on this, I think it's too early. It's still in beta. I don't think it's mature enough for it to be really practical in the UK. I'm sure it'd be great for the videos. Maybe, if we get a bit more followers, we might upgrade to that and give it a try. But I don't think at this point that I'd go for that. Okay, and that's it. It's going to be that simple. Guys, the other thing to remember when you do order this, and let it slip now, I have ordered this. So we have ordered in that specific spec that you can see on the screen. We've gone for the performance, we've gone for the white, we've gone for the white interior. We have an early 2022, which is for us really good. And then we'll have to think about the X, because really, now things are opening up a little bit in the UK. We do probably need to go back to 2 cars again. So we'll have a think about, we got the X coming anyway. So whether we keep both, I'm not quite sure at this point. At this point, you're going to see cash as your option to select. From what I've heard when I talked to Brent Cross, I wouldn't worry about this too much, just because it's too early for them to give you the options for the hire purchase or the PCP. So I wouldn't worry about this, because when you get closer to the order, you'll then get these triggers from them, from Tesla anyway, and I'm sure by then you'll get the options around the way you want to finance the car. So don't worry too much if you just got to secure this. £100, it's only giving you the cash option, but don't worry about it. And that's it. You can order it with the card and you're done and dusted. So that's exactly what I did. So I'm super excited about it. I hope you guys are as well. You're going to see that in future videos, and hopefully come, early. I don't know, does that mean Jan? Does that mean February or March? It'll be first quarter, I'm sure. So I will keep you be informed as to how we're getting on with our order and when we get the updates and things. So it'll be super exciting. I'll share all of the updates with you around when it's get closer to the time. So guys, I hope you found this useful. The Model 3, fantastic car. Look at the Model Y, it's very similar. It shares about 70-75% of the parts of the Model 3. But the thing is, it's as I described before, it's a little bit longer, it's a little bit wider, and it's a little bit higher. So it's just going to be a little bit more practical from our perspective. So that's the reason why we're going for it. The other thing to remember is that the heat pump has been a brilliant feature in the Model 3. It's made it so much more efficient on regulating the temperature. But this has got a HEPA filter as well. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic. It really keeps out a lot of the pollutants in the atmosphere. So that's going to be really good. If you've got kids with allergies and things like that, then this might also be a reason why you consider the Y over the 3. So guys, that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed us sort of going out. We went for a restaurant meal. I hope you liked that. And we added that in there. We played a bit of tennis, as we always do. But guys, please like and subscribe. Get the notification. If you want to get an early scoop, follow me on Instagram. But otherwise, I will see you next time.
Dad forgot his wallet, so we're gonna go soon. He's just gonna get his wallet. He's so forgetful,